So you're bored on Roblox and you're looking for something different, something fresh to play. Well, don't worry, I got you guys for today. Here in this video, I'm gonna go over all of the most anticipated games coming this summer and later on this year. These are just some games I think have some potential and I think that you guys probably would be interested in. Some of them you may know, some of them you might not. Either way, if you see something that looks interesting or promising, don't forget to hit the like and sub button if you want to continue seeing stuff like this in the future. Let's try and shoot for 13,000 subs by the end of June, and without further ado, let's get straight into these games. Now, this one you guys may have seen around a lot lately, especially if you're tapped in with the newest upcoming Roblox games. This is a new One Piece game dropping soon called 4 Blues. It's essentially just a parry-based One Piece style game that will not have permadeath. It was also made by some of the same people who worked on Guarenteed. Now, as far as I can tell, I am 100% certain that this game won't be as close to Rel C's in terms of hype and quality. And that's because I have yet to see any interesting additions that make up a One Piece game. No progression sneaks, no fruit sneaks, not much of world building. What I have seen of the world building is pretty cool though, and I also haven't seen much of ships or the ocean. Now, I'm not saying that it won't have any of this because I've read their frequently asked questions channel, and it seems like they're just pretty much saving all of the good stuff for the closed community players, which is to be released this upcoming June. And for that reason, that's why I'm gonna stay very complacent with it. I'm not gonna judge. And I know we have games like Rel C's coming out later, so there's no point in just gassing it up, but it is something that piqued my interest when I first saw it, because as you can see, they do have hockey, they do have fighting styles, and they did talk about they did have some stuff in the woodwork, so we'll just have to wait and see. And yeah, that'll pretty much satiate our hunger for about 1 to 2 months. And moving on, let's just go ahead and go to the next one. Next up on our list, we have a game called Animeverse. This highly resembles pocket anime in my opinion. Every sneak I've seen so far for this game has looked absolutely phenomenal. It's a turn-based style anime game where you collect anime characters and you use them to fight just like Pokemon. They have a wide variety of options ranging from Killua to Gojo, Broly, and just so much more characters. And although it does resemble pocket anime, it definitely does not share the same aspects, as this game is surprisingly set to release this summer. Said and confirmed by one of the official managers for this game. Not too much to say about this other than it looks great, and if you were waiting for pocket anime, then I'd suggest that you guys join their Discord and go ahead and give this a try once it releases. I'll leave the link on screen. I think they're also looking for testers, so anyone with any experience, I would advise you to go now, because the whole project is relatively small in terms of popularity. So I mean, early bird gets the worm. So yeah, that's just a short one. Let's go ahead and move on. Jumpstars is a game I've been following for a while now, and currently they're only allowing testers and people with early access to play, but they are expected to have a summer release in the future. So if you do want a chance at playing before full release, then I would suggest that you guys join their Discord so you can get some more info on that and maybe enter into a giveaway. This game is supposed to be a recreation of Brawl Stars, but anime oriented and obviously on Roblox. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due, because I feel like this game is super underrated as of right now, especially when you look at how nice and neat the game looks. Here in this clip, I'm just going around showing you guys the lobby and the pre-game stuff, such as the summons, the store, and whatever I'm showing on screen. All of it looks really engaging, and I love whoever did the VFX for the menu. Shout out to that person. I guess it does come at a cost though, because to me, gameplay wise, it just wasn't all that. But with friends, this game can easily become the #1 time killer and great party game. Just gonna say this again, they are expected to release in the summer, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next game. This next game doesn't have a guaranteed release, but I think at least a few of you would definitely want to keep this one on your radar, because I promise it's actually very interesting. This game is called Anime vs Zombies, and it's a Call of Duty style zombies anime shooter where you use different abilities from different anime to kill hordes of zombies. I don't have a lot of info on the game as of right now, so instead I'll just read off the questions in the FAQ channel that I think that are most important. Okay, question number 1, will this game have mobile/console capability? They said yes, they're gonna shoot for PC first, hopefully a month after they'll get both of those working. When is Tester releasing? Tester will release in 2 months, and it will also be paid, believe it or not. And so on our next question, how much will paid early access be? They go ahead and give like the different packages. So I'm just gonna put them up on screen because I don't want to read all that, but you guys can go ahead and see how much it is and the discounts and stuff. For more info on this and whatnot, just so you don't get confused, you could go ahead and join the Discord and ask some of the higher ups or the mods about the packages or whatever, because I don't want to get any of you confused or spread false information. Okay, next question. How long has the game been in development? It's been in development for 2 years. Will there be a mystery box? Yeah, this is like a COD player's this is like an essential. And apparently, yes, there will be a mystery box. So thank God for that. When the game becomes popular, will they sell the game? We will not sell the game to anybody. So the game is in safe hands. The game will not be sold to anybody who's probably dangerous. So we're pretty good on that. So far, these guys seem very dedicated to their craft, and I hope that we can see more good things from them. And with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This next one is a bit of a curveball, and honestly, I was just notified about this game recently. But here we have Blue Heater 2. From the looks of it, it looks like an MMORPG game. It's currently unavailable right now, but only for paid access. But if you wait a couple of weeks, it should be out for release soon. They didn't give a proper FAQ channel, nor did they have that much information. So all I can say and do is just show some clips and pictures of what they've been working on. This game kind of reminds me of a more upgraded version of Runeslayers. Whoever did these sneaks definitely needs a raise, because even though I don't know much about this game so far, it still looks very interesting and worth a try. Not gonna lie, if I had the funds, I would play it for you guys, but I don't, sadly. So that means you need to sub up so I can make some bread. Please and thank you. All right, that was another quick one. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, before we get into this last game, I just want to let you guys know that if you like this video, don't forget to show me a little bit of support by liking and subbing, because I still have some other games that I would like to showcase to you guys on this channel in the future. So by liking and subbing, that means you guys would want to see more of that. Now let's get into this last game. Okay, so this game didn't really pique my interest too much, but it's been booming as of lately. And just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you guys won't. So I'm including it here. The next game we have here is called Heian. Another parry-based game, and it's centered around Jujutsu Kaisen during the Heian era. Now, I do have access to it, but I'll be using other people's clips since I don't really like it and I haven't progressed that far yet. To sum it up again, just listen to what this guy says.
If I had to describe this game in 3 words, honestly, it's deep woken but JJK. That's how I describe it.
So yeah, you heard it here, folks. If you like deep woken and Jujutsu Kaisen, then you'd love this game, I guess. The game is currently open for testers and early access, but there's still a chance that you can earn early access, as I saw people still being rolled in to this day. If you want to try to get early access, go ahead and join their Discord for more info on that. The game itself doesn't look too bad. The progression is simple. You just go to the board and do the quest it tells you to do, just like every other parry-based game that's been released recently. Again, it doesn't stick out to me, but if you guys would like to try it, I'll leave all their info on screen and in the description of this video. Also, another little tip, they're doing tester applications, so if you want to apply for that, just join their Discord. It should still be ongoing as of the time of this video's upload. And yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and end this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next. Peace.
Just in the